Hey, what's up guys? Travis Peters here. Look, one of the biggest things I've found in life, it's kind of like a hack, is if you ask the right questions, you will get the right answers. Now I'm talking any question you want to answer, you can find that answer to. Man, the Bible talks about in James 1:5, if you need wisdom regarding anything, just ask him. Just ask him, he'll help you. Right? So what we have found, me and my business partner, me and my spouse, some of the people I mastermind with, that if we take a whiteboard in about 4 hours, we can figure out any single problem. And so what we do is we systematically ask the right questions, we whiteboard it, and then we try to figure out the answer. Now, here is the key. You have to ask the right questions. All right, I've heard it said that questions bring about the revelation. Okay, you're gonna find the answer, but let's make sure you're finding the right answer. And let me explain, let me give you the perfect example. In fact, I want you to do this exact same question with your spouse or with your business partner, or just hang out and do it yourself. But if you can, get with somebody, get with a friend, whatever, and hash this out together. Take time. Now, let me give you the perfect example here. Let's say you and your spouse, looking at your bank account, looking at your bills, looking at everything, and you realize we need more money. All right? If you've hung out with me for any length of time, you know I'm increase-minded. I'm the increase guy, right? So there's two ways we can look at this. We need more money. So there's two questions that we can ask right now. Number one, make sure I got room here, we can say, how do I cut expenses? Okay, how do I lower my bills? Now, this is where most people go. All right, most couples you're going to talk to, most people who are going to teach anything in the financial realm, they're going to take you to this question. So let's think about it. You and your spouse, you're in front of the whiteboard, you're in front of a piece of paper, whatever you do, and definitely like do something like actually write it out. Don't just mentally do it and talk it out. Write it out. Take a piece of paper if you don't have a whiteboard and come up with ideas. So let's think about it. How can I cut expenses? So when I'm talking to people, most people show me, and it's almost this like noble thing, right? Like, we're cutting expenses, right? No, lower the bills. So they do this. They go, and usually the first thing they do is cut cable. All right, yeah, we can cut cable. We can just go to Netflix and Hulu. That's exactly what we can do. We can cut cable. That'll save us $100 a month. Okay? Maybe even less, but we'll just say 100. Save $100 a month. Awesome. All right. What else could we do? We could cut gym membership. Cut the gym. If there's two of you doing it, maybe it saves you, $70 a month. Okay, awesome. Cut the gym. No more gym. We're saving $170. Money's tight, so this is awesome. What else could we do? What else could we do? Man, I've seen people go to extreme, and they'll sell their house and start renting. Go rent an apartment or something, okay? You can do that. That's fine. Sell your house and rent. If we did that, that would lower our monthly payments, and we could save $200 a month if we did that. What else? What else? And so what you guys do is you're going to mastermind, you're going to come up with these ideas, you're talking it out, you're writing it out. There's some great wisdom principles in doing this, right? But here's my point. It's if you were to change this, so let's look at cutting expenses and what that actually does, right? Oh, and here's another one. Let's not go out to eat. No eating out. Man, that saved us maybe more than that. We'll say saves $150 or $100 a month. Okay, awesome. Man, some good savings here. We've come up with $470 of savings. But here's what happened really, is you cut cable. And I know a lot of people do it, whatever. we still got cable. You know why? We want a lot of TV shows to watch. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. Gym. You cut the gym. Now you're not getting in shape like you were. Maybe it's this time where you and your spouse go and work out together. It's a great bonding time. I know some couples who do it kind of like a date night. The gym has a kids thing where they watch the kids for you at daycare, and so that's going to mess with your your bonding time with your spouse, your hangout time. It's going to mess with that. It's also going to mess with your physical body and your discipline. All right, man, just the discipline. I go to the gym every morning, a really quick, short burst, but I go every morning, and it has helped discipline me in all kinds of areas. My life has gotten better. I've made more money. Great things have happened just for the discipline of going to the gym, and you're going to take that away to save $70 a month. Okay, now this is extreme one. Not everyone would go this far, but I have seen it happen. They're going to go sell their house and rent to lower. They're going to downsize for a little bit. And I guess, but there's a lot of negatives that come with renting and downsizing, and it's just decrease-minded, right? If your wife or your spouse or your husband is in the home of their dreams, and you're going to go give that up to save a couple $100 a month, that's going to mess with some stuff. That's going to mess with some marriage stuff. That's going to mess with some expectation stuff. That's going to mess with your increased thinking. You're going to become decrease-minded even more so. No eating out. Okay, cool. You save $100 a month. We're going to do a spending freeze, whatever. Save $100 a month. But now, your date nights. And maybe if you need some hangout time with the fellas or whatever, yeah, you're saving a couple bucks, but the overall things that happen when you do this, when you go decrease-minded, and that's really my point. I'm not going to hide it anymore. My real point is this is a decrease-minded question, yet it is where most people go first. They think it's easier. It's not. They think it's better. It's not. It's got long-term damage that goes with it in the way you think about life in general. Scarcity comes up more. An abundance mindset goes away because all you're thinking is, I gotta save, it's gonna go away, the money's going away, it's too tight, what's happening, the money's going... Now, what if you did this? What if you went to your whiteboard and asked this question? How do I make more money? How can I make more income? How can we get more? All right, now remember the exercise. You're here with your spouse. Here's what's going to happen. You start talking it out. Okay, let's think about it. How can I make more money? Let's see. Well, I'm good at guitar. There's a lot of people at church who are always asking me for guitar lessons. We could do guitar lessons. I've had parents literally say, hey, if you ever do lessons, let me know. I'll put my kid in there. All right, guitar lessons. Man, that could get us, we could do $25 an hour. Just get 4 lessons. And that's an extra $100 a week. So times 4, so $100 a week. But then do it again. We do that every week. That'd be $400 a month. Okay, just increased our income by $400 a month. My wife, she used to be a teacher. She could do a couple tutor lessons per week. What if she did the same? Did it every week. Okay. There's an extra $800 a month. That just covered everything in the last example. All right, you've just increased by $800 a month. Let's keep going. What else could we do? Well, my little brother's always looking for cash. What if him and I started a little lawn business? We got lawnmowers. He's got a truck. Man, I bet we could get a couple lawns if we only charge $30 a lawn. Let's just say we did a couple per week. Okay, so that's an extra $120 a week. I'll let you all do the math on what that is. A month. Was that $480? $480 a month. Like, those are little things. That might be wrong, but they're little things. But what if it's like, man, I got a garage full of weightlifting equipment I don't use. I got an extra TV. Maybe there's a couple things you could sell, all right, to make a couple extra bucks. My point is, whatever you guys put your mind to, whatever question you decide to solve is the question you're going to solve. Stop going decrease-minded and start going increase-minded, because I'm telling you, you're gonna figure it out. God's gonna give you the answers. And you got wisdom. You know, I'm a huge fan. I bet about 35 grand, 40 grand in online courses, online education, teaching me how to make money online, teaching me how to do it in different ways and on different levels, high-level coaching. I've invested in learning the art of making money, all right? And it has obviously paid off for me. That's the type of thing you guys need to be thinking about. Man, stop, like, you can cut some expenses, but take that money and invest it in something that's going to teach you how to make money. Be increase-minded on these things. Tackle this question. I want you and your spouse, you and your business partner, you and your friend, whatever your situation is, I want you guys to tackle this question. I want you to ask God for wisdom, and then I want you to start talking it out. And ideas are going to come you didn't know were even there. When you do this, guys, it unlocks everything. Man, we do this exercise in our business for other ways too. So we'll ask ourselves about once a month, once every 2 months, we'll say, we'll have our goals and we'll say, how can we increase our speed? I'll ask myself, what would this look like if it were simple? And then we'll whiteboard it out. We'll talk it out. Some of the ideas are bad and we'll cross them out at the end. Some of them are genius and we'll say, let's go with that. Some of them are like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I took the time to do this. Otherwise, we would have never came up with the answer. Guys, make this a practice. Make this a habit. This is how you tackle your problems. This is how you go to the next level. But you got to make sure you're asking increased questions. All right? Another way to look at it. All right? Don't get all offended. Ask yourself, is this a poor people question or a rich person question? If it's a poor person question, cross it out. Erase it. Don't ask it. Switch it over to a wealthy person question. That's what you're going to tackle. Put your time, effort, and energy into, and it's going to happen. All right, we recently did this, me and my business partner, we thought, man, it's time to upgrade our vehicles. It's time to upgrade cars. So we had the thought, I wrote down the question, I said, how can I get my car or our cars, how can we get our cars for free? All right, and so what we ended up doing is we came up with all these ideas, these assets of things that we own inside of our business that we could offer and sell to our email list. So we ended up coming up with a low monthly option for one of our programs. It's just $47 a month. We rolled it out to the email list, made a couple videos about it, and next thing you know, we had, I think it was about $3,000 a month recurring coming in. $1,500 for my business partner, $1,500 for me. That can get you a nice car, and it's coming from new money that we had not had before. We opened up a new revenue stream, and it made those cars feel like free because it didn't tap into something we already had going on. So to get new cars, we created a new revenue stream to get a new car. All right, but it all happened because we asked the right question and took the time to do this exercise. Okay, so your wealth, your success, your next step is just one whiteboard away. Okay, I want you guys to ask this question, do this exact one right here. And I'm not saying you can never cut expenses, all right? But I'm saying don't do it in a decrease, shrinking back, fear-based way, right? If there really is something you're not using and you're wasting money on, yeah, cut it. But if something you use and enjoy like the gym, don't cut the gym, right? It's a couple bucks. It's not going to change your life, all right? Sound good? I'll see you guys in the next video.